There were around 9.5 million Jewish people living in Europe in 1933. During the Holocaust, which happened from 1933 to 1945, 6 million Jews in Europe died in concentration camps. Some of the other European countries were part of Germany back then. That means that more than 63.16% of the Jews in Germany were murdered. According to the United States Holocaust Memorial Museum, in 1933 approximately 9.5 million Jews lived in Europe, comprising 1.7% of the total European population. Unquote. According to history, quote, approximately 6 million Jews and some 5 million others, targeted for racial, political, ideological, and behavioral reasons, died in the Holocaust. Unquote. When there are concentration camps, the majority of people of a racial, ethnic, and/or religious group in the country where those concentration camps are located are murdered. There are between 11 million and 12 million ethnic Uyghurs in China. If it's true that 1 million to 3 million Uyghurs are locked up, then that means that the majority of Uyghurs in China are not, which proves that those prisons aren't concentration camps. 2 million Uyghurs are about 17.39% of the ethnic Uyghurs in China. According to Vox, quote, but in recent years the Chinese Communist Party has arbitrarily detained between 1 million and 3 million other Uyghurs in so-called re-education centers and forced them to undergo psychological indoctrination programs such as studying communist propaganda and giving thanks to Chinese President Xi Jinping, unquote. The American mainstream media have also been reporting the fake news that the ethnic Uyghurs are indigenous to Xinjiang. For example, Ilham Saitov said on C-SPAN that Uyghurs, quote, Uyghurs are a historic people who have always been living in Central Asia and in today's East Turkestan. The Chinese government changed the name into Xinjiang, which means new territory, and we are a very unique indigenous people, unquote. According to Yahoo, quote, discourse between the authorities and the indigenous Uyghur community in China's far west has a long history, unquote. The indigenous people of a region are the first known people based on ethnicity who lived there. The ethnic Uyghur lived in what is currently Xinjiang until 300 to 200 BC. Uyghurs have been living in Xinjiang since the 500s, and the first Uyghurs in Xinjiang were from the Mongolian steppes, which is currently in Mongolia. According to the University of Pennsylvania, quote, as told to the Han Emperor by the great explorer Zhang Qian, the Uyghur were defeated by the Xiongnu nomads in the 2nd century BC, at which point they moved westward out of Xinjiang to the land of Daxia, which they conquered, unquote. According to History Today, quote, Uyghurs have lived in eastern Turkestan to distinguish it from western Turkestan, the Turkic-speaking states of the Russian Empire and the former Soviet Union, since the Great Migration or expansion of the Turkic peoples from the Mongolian steppes, which began in the 6th century, unquote. The people that want Xinjiang to become a country refer to Xinjiang as East Turkestan. Turkic peoples include Uyghurs.